Hello and welcome to Hypothetically Speaking, the show where we talk about anything unexplained, unsolved, and unnatural. Today, on January 13th, we will be discussing a very topical topic of the Icelandic Yule Lads. We're gonna rank them as our favorites and the ones that we're kind of about.
Yeah. Um, for anyone that doesn't know anything about the Yule Lads, fair, they're fairly cultural to Iceland, so they're not the most talked about. You have, however, probably heard of the Yule Lad's mother, Gryla. She is a much more famous kind of Witch of the Woods character. A lot of her background is essentially that she goes and kidnaps children who have been naughty, takes them back to some cottage in the woods, and as the classic tale tends to go, turns them into soup. So this was used as very much so like an Icelandic, please don't be a naughty child or else you will become stew. Um, Not exactly the most cheerful of bedtime stories, but a relatively common kind of cryptid type thing from the Icelandic region.
Mhm.
Um, Now, Gryla has a husband. His name starts with an L. It is spelled very Icelandically, and I wish to not insult the people of Iceland by butchering their language. Um, Essentially, his name loosely translates into loser, to my understanding, because as Grilla is kidnapping and harming these children, he does absolutely nothing, and he's just kind of scared of her and just lets this all happen. So he just kind of sits around and is generally kind of a waste. Um,
Male wife.
so yeah, and so with that, Grilla and Loser, as I will now refer to him, have 13 children, the Yule Lads, which we'll get more into depth on as we rank them. In addition, fun little addition, they have this cat. This cat is known as the Yule Cat. The Yule Cat is interesting because if you do not receive an item of clothing as a gift around holiday times, the Yule Cat will come and eat you. So essentially the tradition of like gifting socks, I think largely stems from this because you are receiving an item of clothing and therefore you are safe from the Yule Cat for a year. So I think that kind of lends towards the commonness of that as a gift.
Yeah.
Um, Finally, the Yule Lads do visit on separate days during like the holiday season as part of Icelandic folklore. And essentially children are supposed to leave out a shoe, and if they've been good that year, then the Yule Lad will leave them a little gift inside their shoe. And then if they've been a little menace that didn't listen to their parents, they instead get a potato in their shoe. Um,
I think it's a rotten potato
yeah, I think it's
Oh,
specifically
specifically.
a really yucky
so
potato.
not a good potato.
Not like a oh yay potatoes, like
Not
you
not
probably wouldn't
a
be excited about it.
Little House on the
Um,
Prairie getting a potato for
y-
Christmas.
no, a little more akin to like being gifted coal in the common like
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
lore.
My
But yeah,
my mom used to give us summer sausage in our stocking.
honestly, summer sausage is so good though. My
Not a bad
family,
gift.
most of my family, just as I was growing up, wasn't really about cooking. It was just not my mom's favorite activity, and my dad certainly didn't love it. So on Christmas Day, we always just had like a really excessive charcuterie board and just ate like summer sausage and cheese and crackers and like olives all day and just were like, yeah, we're done now.
That explains your current
I was
dietary
I was
like
gonna say that's
your
very you thing to do.
like
Yeah,
that explains things.
it does. It really does. I mean, like I cook a lot more now that I'm in like a full apartment, but like we were girl dinnering it up there for a hot second.
I just
Yeah.
think about the pickles and the olives just always being
Yeah.
stocked in the fridge.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. I have
On hand at all times.
I
Hmm.
have like 4 jars of pickles alone in my
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y- y-
Before we get to ranking, we should introduce ourselves too.
Oh,
That is
that's
true.
correct.
Um, I now own 2 charcuterie boards from Christmas. I'm Brie.
I'm Morgan. I own no charcuterie boards. I just eat a lot of charcuterie type snacks.
I'm Allison, and I have a like wood block cutting board that works really well as a charcuterie board that you can also play chess on. So,
Ooh,
and
That's pretty
that's
nice.
the
that
guy
is
when the
fun.
guy sold it to me, he said, "You can also play chess on this." And I was like, "Deal.
What a
What a steal."
multifunctional
What
item.
a steal.
You can cook your dinner, eat a snack, and play a game all in one item.
hmm
My
If
chest
you're
smells
clever
like
enough,
onions.
if you're clever enough with your charcuterie snacks, you can use them as the pieces.
This is
This is
true.
true.
Um, I do like a Halloween charcuterie every single year. At least I started doing it like a couple years ago now, but now I just do it. And it's less of a like what makes like a true charcuterie and more like how do I put spooky eyes on everything? And it's also a fun game of what wine pairs with what candy or what cheese pairs with what candy, so that's pretty fun.
It's fair.
That is something.
So
All
yeah.
right.
Uh so yeah, this spawned out of I think just when we finished the last episode we started looking
Yeah.
at the Yule Lads and laughing. So that was
Well, we talked about doing something potentially with some sort of cryptid, and we were looking at maybe going more in depth on some of the odd ones in Transylvania. And then in research, we found the Yule Lads, and we could not
Yeah,
stop
we
laughing.
found
yeah.
So
some
here
Chris
we are.
we found some overall general Christmas themed cryptids, so that could be like definitely thematic for like next year.
hmm We've
But then
got
we
Maybe
were
that
so
one will be
taken with the
timely.
Yule Lads.
it's
We
okay. Our episode
we
we
had to,
filmed timely for historically about Tchaikovsky and the Nutcracker is still not uploaded
Fair.
because there was a interruption I had to edit out and I have not edited it out yet.
Fair. All right.
right.
So
All
the
right.
13 guys and their parents and their cat, where do they rank on this
So
tier list?
here's our list. Um, so I added the cat, but this tier list otherwise existed. We changed a couple of the tier names a little bit. So if you too would like to rank the Yule Lads, you can do so. You do have to bring your own Yule cat.
Yeah.
BYYC,
Bring your own cat.
BYOYC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the guys are here, mom, cat, and stepdad's here somewhere. Is he the jolly looking one? We can't remember.
Um, no. Well, actually, I think the mom and the father are on the same one. So we might have to talk about if we would
Oh,
like split them and put them in different places, but we
okay.
will have to like choose one to put in a place.
Yes.
No, the mom is the fourth,
Oh, no,
fifth
she
one
is
in.
there. Okay, the dad's one at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
These are
sense
very
now.
small on my screen. It's a little hard to tell, but yes, I think you are correct, Allison.
Yeah, we did decipher beforehand which was which. We weren't 100% sure, but we are like quite sure we got them
Yeah.
correct. At least we'll know which ones we mean when we talk about
Yeah.
them, which is the important thing.
Yes.
So, um, the Yule lads come over a span of days, including into the new year a little bit,
hmm
because the Yule season is typically a little bit longer. Um, for like
They they stagger their arrivals, so they arrive one day after the other, and then they leave one day after the other, I think.
yes,
But
so
so
they're
they're
there
all
for like a month.
yeah, they depart completely by the like sixth or something like that.
Yeah, so we are finally free once more for another year.
Uh,
Uh,
thank goodness.
would we like to go in arrival order or just like whatever we're feeling order?
I think arrival order,
Okay.
Or even just, I know, Allison, you have
picture
some
order.
poems, potentially the order that your poems go in so that you don't have to bounce
Yeah,
around to find them might be helpful.
Oh,
the
I think
poems go in arrival order,
Okay,
so whatever's
awesome.
easiest. But if we want to, we can start with Sheepcoat Claude. So I found poems about them from the National Museum of Iceland, and just to give them a shout out for their lovely poems.
About the
Yeah.
Yule
Um,
Lads.
We'll throw
okay,
a link in the description.
yeah. So Sheepcoat Clod is the first Yule lad to come to town on December 12th. Um, and this is his poem. The first of them was Sheepcoat Clod. He came stiff as wood to prey upon the farmer's sheep as far as he could. He wished to suck the ewes, but it was no accident. He couldn't. He had stiff knees, not too convenient.
He couldn't get low, low, low.
Didn't have
He
him in
could
him.
not. His legs were too stiff. He couldn't couldn't get to where he needed to be.
I like how you gave up and jumped ship on that statement about halfway through.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the poems are just so lovely.
They are.
Okay, I'm I am so influenced by this poem though. The actual description is that he tries to suckle the ewes in the farmer's sheep sheds. Um, and ewes I think are just female sheep. Um,
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to say this is criminal
I
in my opinion.
I would
So
hasten to agree. By the way, I don't think we said our tiers are the lowest tiers, meh, do not hold my drink, criminal, bastard, scary, and invited to the Christmas party if they're just that good of a time. I think Lucky got his bear. He screams when he has his bear. Good job, bud.
so the loosest description of this particular Yule lad, gifted to us by the wonderful land of Wikipedia, is harasses sheep but is impaired by stiff peg legs.
I love their flow chart, or not flow chart, but just their like chart of
Their
them.
Oh,
table.
it's so
Table,
good.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I would have to I'm also leaning criminal. It just the poor sheep. It's not
Nothing about this is good.
leave
Well,
them
and you're like,
alone.
just yeah, that's some messed up
He
behavior,
harasses
not
a
gonna
sheep.
lie.
Not in Iceland of all places to harass a
Yeah.
sheep.
Yeah.
No.
Notably, he's supposed to arrive on the 12th of December and leave the 25th of December. That's so many days to not leave those sheep alone.
That is a lot of days.
Yeah, the poor sheep.
Um, do you agree, Morgan? Do you think you
I think criminal is a fair
Okay,
place for him to reside.
lock him up.
lock him up?
The whole thing is very upsetting, truly.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Um, Next we have Goligok. Goligok arrives on December 13th and leaves on the 26th. Um, I'll just jump right into the poem. The second was Goligok, gray his head and mean. He snuck into the cow barn from his craggy ravine. Hiding in the stalls, he would steal the milk, while the milkmaid gave the cowherd a meaningful smile. I'm not sure if the poems
What
are like translated, so that's why they're like
Yeah. I was gonna say
not
the ending feels
rhymed.
really awkward, but I could see where a translation would like really
Yeah.
change the
It's like
tonation of things.
slightly stilted, but like yeah, the
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
really hear the lyricism in the
Cause
wordplay
like
when it's translated.
Some
yeah,
of it works, not all of it, but like, you know.
a
Yeah.
large quantity of poetry is based on specific wordage, and that varies a lot by language.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Um,
I'm I'm tempted to call him a bastard. I feel like he's better than the sheep one.
yeah.
I do love
So,
that in your website it says that not does he just exclusively drink the milk, but he sucks the foam off the top. It's like licking the ice
uh,
cream and putting it back.
so
That
It
is
says the description is
rough.
before milking machines were invented, he had a habit of stealing into the cowshed and slurping the foam off of the milk in the buckets.
This is horrifying. Um, I just imagine all of December being like, I would like no milk. Actually, I'm good. That is all for you.
Yeah, you go, my guy.
I
It
don't
it
think I'd
doesn't
want him to
seem
hold
as
my drink. What if
yeah.
he started drinking the top of it?
God forbid you give him a like Starbucks matcha foam
Oh
cold foam
gosh,
latte. That would all be gone.
all of it. It's like
Uh,
90% foam.
My favorite part.
Yes. God forbid you get him a cappuccino.
in terms of upsettingness, I would say he lies around bastard, but the thought of him
Yeah.
drinking a part of my beverage makes me
Mm,
not want him to hold it.
yeah.
That is
Also,
also true. That is also very fair.
I think another part of the lore is that they're all very dirty. Like they're
Yeah,
very like they are
They're
trolls.
canonically
they are
kind of
trolls. Yeah.
horrible. Yeah.
Because Gryla and Loser are supposed to be like the whole most horrid trolls of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like she's busy just like running through the woods, kidnapping children, and he seems like he'd be busy just like not taking a shower in theory based on description.
So the
Yeah.
children of these two must just be absolutely horrid.
One would think.
Also, I don't know if we mentioned this either, but like these stories were originally like stories to scare children.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I feel like maybe like I was thinking about this as I was reading the poems. I was like, what were they scaring children from doing? And I think this one was like you have to like make sure the cow shed is locked up
I
properly
think
or
both of
something
these
like
are like
that.
pay attention and take proper care of the farm animals. Definitely seems
Yeah.
Yeah,
to be a vibe.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Make
how,
sure nobody's sucking on the ewes and
yeah, it's that duty that they
Yeah.
were off to do.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's like how La Llorona's a little bit of like a don't go near the river without
Yeah.
somebody, especially not at night.
Yeah.
Mhm,
It kind of it feels a little similar where, yeah, it's like, it's a lesson. Do what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
mhm.
And
I think with emphasizing how they're gross, I would also lean with the
Do
do
not
not
hold
hold
my
my drink.
yeah.
I
I
think,
think
yeah.
I think I'm just not going to have a drink left is my fear,
Hmm.
I
like
I'm
primarily.
more fearful that I would give it to them and there would still be some extra. I would
Yeah.
prefer it all be gone so that I don't accidentally drink some.
Fair,
Hmm.
fair.
I have a terrible story that could go along with this line of thought too, if you would like me to share.
Uh,
Now's the time to.
I
There
mean,
was
it
a
seems appropriate.
once upon a time, a long time ago, when I was quite young. You remember the the breakfast corn dog things where it's like pancake and sausage on a stick?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Having those with my niece and nephew, and my 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 at the time very baby niece did not want the rest. And so I ate one. And then I realized that coating it was not syrup, it was baby drool.
Oh,
Uh, um, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, this vaguely reminds me of, I don't recall this because I was quite small, but apparently I have always really liked sour things. And so I once took a whole package of Sour Patch Kids and sucked off all the sour part and gave my brother all the gummies back.
I think you told me that before.
I have heard that one.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh
no,
Okay.
gosh.
I don't need that part.
Yeah, do not hold my drink. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do not want to,
Uh,
I don't want you to backwash into my drink, sir. Thank you.
I'm okay.
Okay. The next one is Stubby. Um, okay, so he arrives on December 14th. Stubby was the third called, a stunted little man who watched for every chance to whisk off a pan, and scurrying away with it, he scraped off the bits that stuck to the bottom and brims, his favorites. Um, yeah, so the also known as a pan scraper, um, because in the old days he used to try snatching bits of food from the frying pan,
Hmm.
which reminds me of some other people who I know whenever
Uh,
I'm cooking and I have to guard my food from, you
your
know,
You,
fiance, perhaps?
maybe, maybe.
does your
Um,
cat ever try to steal all of the chicken ever?
no, but she will lick the butter if you leave it out.
Yep.
That's
And
fun.
yeah, yeah.
Benny has started when I go to make toast in the morning and I set the bread out. He
Hmm.
will lick my bread slices.
Okay. Tilly has gotten into just the bread that we've brought home from like the farmer's market before. She's never really had that desire to go after like store-bought bread. So she's just all
Bougie.
natural type of person, type of cat, I guess. She's like if it didn't cost you too like a lot of money and have sourdough or something, I don't want it.
So
I
I
think it's
will.
just too many
Sh
ingredients.
She's a
That's
woman of
fair.
taste.
She's she's something. But yeah, we've actually come home and she's eaten like chunks out of our bread before.
Oof. That's
Like
fun.
lovely.
Yeah, they do that.
There was the uh quick shout out, I guess. The guy who runs the like bakery at the Vermilion Farmers Market, I think his company is the Red Wagon Company. It was
Yeah,
his bread. She just
it is
like
very
we'd
good
have to
bread.
hide it from her. And it is good bread, so
Yeah, fair.
can't blame her, but yeah. This guy, I'm cool with him.
I almost lean like he could show up to the Christmas party because like he just wants the stuff at the bottom of the pan. Like everyone's eating and he's like, yeah, I'll just take that extra bit. Like you have to wash the dishes anyways. Like,
Yeah.
you
Honestly,
know?
I
Yes.
don't have a problem with them. I feel like he
I'm
could be chill.
cool. Yeah, I'm cool with him. I think invite him to the Christmas party. He's
Uh,
not creepy.
He just
no,
wants a
And
little
I would
snack.
also
He
invite
likes
my
it a little
fiance to a
crispier.
Christmas party. And honestly,
Uh,
I'd invite my dad. My dad
yeah.
does. I think I
the
have the right image
oh,
here.
I think it's
He's the one with
the
his like
one with his
hands up.
hands up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one with his hands up. Oh yeah,
Yep.
he looks very
Yes.
jolly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is the binoculars. He's the window guy.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to you,
He
bud.
belongs in a different
We'll
category, in
get
my
to you,
opinion.
bud. I fear we will have no one in meh. I fear meh is too neutral for these guys.
That
They're
is
all extreme.
fair. That's fair.
Except for maybe dad. That would kind of be hilarious, but we haven't got to him yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like that the poem sounds really nice in English,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's
That's fair.
cool.
But yeah, he's just a short guy who likes snacks. Like I can hardly hold that against him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in some ways, it's helping because it's like scraping off the extra
Yeah.
food.
He's
Like,
like pre-cleaning. My dishes will now be easier. Thank
we
you.
love
Exactly.
a
Yeah.
no waste king.
Yeah. God forbid a man have hobbies.
Uh,
He probably is just one of those cast iron people, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
he's really into the seasoning.
He will treat your cast iron properly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes. He will not put it in the dishwasher.
Certainly not.
Hmm.
All right. On to more of the gross habits.
Yeah. Yeah, next we have the spoon licker who
That'll do it.
Yep.
arrives on the 15th. The fourth was spoon licker, like spindle he was thin. He felt himself in clover when the cook wasn't in. Then stepping up, he grappled the stirring spoon with glee, holding it with both hands, for it was slippery. The idea of he's like he like disguises himself in like I guess clover?
I maybe it
And
says on the
then
Wikipedia that he's very thin from malnutrition. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's
yes.
somehow in reference to that.
I mean, it
Well, I think
definitely
it's
could
that
be
he like
just
hides himself in like the like I don't know, hides himself in the kitchen and then when the cook's out, he'll go after the spoon.
I think
Yeah.
part of it is he's just getting so few scraps. And so the malnutrition, I think, is partially just like the amount of food you would get from like licking off spoons is just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it will not be sustenance. It will be like a little bit of the sauce or something from whatever has been made.
Mm-hmm.
What what behavior do you think this was he was in originally intended to scare people like children against though?
So I think some of this subset is like, hey, wash dishes. But I could also see some of this subset being like, hey, don't get germs in our food, thank you.
I could see it
Yeah.
being pretty literal also,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking like maybe it's just like don't like lick the spoon or anything when the cook is away
Yeah. Let's not be
or
cross-contaminating. That's
don't
okay.
like cooking food unattended, but I feel
Yeah.
like maybe it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
Mine
it's
is
like
like
mischievous. Don't like yeah, don't do things behind the cook's back. Don't be mischievous in that way.
yeah.
I
I
do love that the primary specification though is that he seems to prefer wooden spoons. Um, and so
gotta
I do
have
Fair.
find it
it's gotta have
fascinating.
grit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I know that like a wooden spoon when you get like ice cream or something, multiple ice cream shops will have like wood spoons rather than plastic. And
Yeah,
it definitely changes the way things taste when
it
you use a
does.
wooden spoon. So maybe he's just really fond of that woody flavor.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm still not over him licking something that will get used to stir again.
Yeah, that's really, if it's like
You know,
something is done, like don't get me wrong, cake batter off of a spatula after you have put the cake in the pan and the cake is in the oven and everything's done and you're just gonna have to wash it,
Absolutely.
fair. The problem
true.
is if he's licking a spoon that goes back in like a pan, then it's game over.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
It
I'm gonna be honest here. I do that, but I'm also generally just cooking for like myself and one other person who I'm very close with. So like,
same. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
do that when
so
I'm
it's like it's
cooking
fine.
for
multiple people or
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever.
if I'm bringing food to other people, I'm like very safe with it.
Then
Yeah.
Brayden sees
Very
my
careful.
6 tasting spoons in the sink.
You
So
know, one
true.
might argue part of the lesson here is that potlucks are scary.
You
That
never
could be.
know.
Uh,
I can't remember if it was proven to be fake or something. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Thanksgiving Experience Reddit story where this
I don't
person's
think so.
sister would like make a Thanksgiving dish every year, but it would be her famous version and she'd just do something really, really weird with it and no one would eat it. And so the sister was the like sister who wrote the post was now hosting was like, I don't know if she should bring a dish, like if this is the only version
Or
of
if
that
she
dish that's
does, it
coming.
should be something like that most people won't eat
And
anyways.
Yeah.
she's like, I'm expanding their palates, and it's like it's Thanksgiving. Put the green beans in the pan.
We
Yeah.
are
Uh,
looking for traditional, not creative.
and so
Yeah.
apparently she tried to do this whole like three like 3 course, 3 dish, whatever like thing that the centerpiece of was like this turkey jello 50s monstrosity thing.
That'll do it.
That's not okay.
I don't know. I don't remember if that one got proven to be very fake or
Yeah.
not, but it does haunt me in my dreams.
Yeah, throws it right up there with I saw someone's Thanksgiving video where one of their family members brought their child with hand, foot, and mouth, and they were like, "Why would
Yes.
you bring them in public?
Oh
What is this?"
No,
no.
that's you
It's
cannot do
so
that.
contagious. So contagious.
I'd love to leave you a little some plates at your front door, but
Yeah,
do not
yeah,
bring that
Yeah.
evil on me,
no.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. But anyways, spoon liquor, I think it varies greatly by like how in context and like that kind of thing, but I kind of lean bastard, like how dare you contaminate the meal for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
I think he is
I'd
a
love
little
to
bastard. Although
mhm.
I do feel really bad for him because he's like malnourished and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I was like,
Like
I'd
Like,
love to serve you an
really poorly.
actual like plate or
yeah.
dish of this. Just don't lick my spoons, please.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's a
Yeah.
compulsive behavior. I don't think he can stop himself from licking spoons.
yeah,
So
Hmm.
we could
maybe he
go
can be invited to the after party.
maybe. I could go
Post
bastard
cooking.
or I could go scary because hand, foot, and mouth.
I think bastard fits for me.
Okay. Well,
It's a vibe.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think it's correct.
Okay. Next we have, I think the next ones are just similar vibes, I would say. The next
Yeah.
one is the pot scraper. Um, Not to be confused with Stubby, who is also known as the pan scraper. The pot scraper is his own lad.
They're real specific about all the different kitchen items in
Yes.
this region, apparently.
Yeah.
The pot scraper comes for his visit on December 16th. Um, Pot scraper, the fifth one, was a funny sort of chap. When kids were given scrapings, he'd come to the door and tap, and they would rush to see if there really was a guest. Then he hurried to the pot and had a scraping fest.
I love that it's a little trick to get at the
Yeah.
pot. He ding dong ditched them and then stole their leftovers.
I think that's kind of hilarious, not gonna lie.
I I want to say like I am very biased, I think because of the poems. So like
Yeah.
I
the
definitely
Sheepcoat Claude, not okay with. No, he is never invited. Get him out of
Yeah.
here. Um, Pot Scraper, I'm like, he's just a jolly guy. And this is kind of like Stubby, where I'm just like,
Once again,
he's just after the
yeah.
leftovers.
yeah,
Like,
my
And
only
again, if you're
caveat with
scraping what's
him
left.
is I'm like is the like knocking on the door and then coming in and taking it like whimsy or is it stranger danger?
Um, I mean, like, I guess he leaves a gift, which
That's I suppose
almost
that's true.
makes it a little bit scarier to me.
well, they all leave gifts.
I know, but like,
I'm not like writing him off entirely. I was just like
yeah.
I feel if just the tone of the poem like you said. I was
Yeah,
like he is he is breaking and entering.
But like, if you invited him and then this was just like a weird
true.
one-off thing he did, it would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I think
that would be funny.
I think I don't know. He's definitely not like he doesn't seem like notorious or like malicious in any way.
Yeah, it's still pretty jolly.
Yeah. Um,
So if
I
we
do
want
like
to
I
invite
like
him, I'd
this
be
kind of
okay with that.
tricking children a little bit, so I think that's fun. I would probably invite him to my Christmas party. I think he might be funny. I think he might uh, lighten the bring some holiday spirit to the gathering. He's a
Yeah,
little bit of a jokester.
And
yeah,
again, when your party's done, dishes are going to be a breeze.
It's
this
true.
is true. He is
He's gonna take
helpful.
care of the leftovers.
Everyone knows pots and pans are like the worst thing to clean.
Yeah,
And they'll be
there's
most of the way
just
there already.
so much
Yeah.
surface area.
Yeah.
I,
I would invite him to my Christmas party
yeah.
personally. One of my least favorite things to do after dinner is actually putting the leftovers into containers, even though it's easy, I just find it tedious. So he would take care of that. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine with me.
I
Yeah.
like when someone else does it. But then they put it in a container I don't agree with, and I go, because I'm a little specific about like what goes in
Yeah.
what.
And that's such a struggle of like so many tasks. When I'm like, I don't know if I care enough to do it myself or not, but I do dislike the way you did it. And that's always a fine line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to yet another dish liquor is the bowl liquor, um, who comes to town on the 17th. Bowl liquor, the sixth one, was shockingly ill-bred. From underneath the bedsteads, he stuck his ugly head. I think it's bedsteads. I don't know what bedsteads
Yeah.
are, just for the record.
Um, it's like
Oh,
essentially
it,
like the
I,
frame of the bed. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
the
you
bed
have
okay,
the
frame.
slats and stuff that goes across. Like
yeah,
it
okay,
might be a more specific part of the frame, but like in general, it's the frame of the bed.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and when the bowls were left to be licked by dog or cat, he snatched them for himself. He was sure good at that. So
I have
So
this
here's
is
mixed
the
an
thing.
feelings.
interesting one.
He does clean dishes, as we previously discussed. I was a little concerned about him like going around to guests and like taking their bowls and then licking out
Yeah,
of like their bowls. Granted, these have been left for pets, which like A, you're stealing food from our pets now. But my
yeah,
real sticking point is the hiding under
that's what I
Yep.
was gonna say. I'm not
Yep.
super keen on the hiding under the bed.
I don't
Like
really
that's
like that either.
yeah. I
um
wonder, I think the behavior this is just trying to stop is to like don't leave food out for like
yeah.
animals to get into maybe.
Hmm.
Just in general, leaving food out in a house is not ideal. You'll get bugs, you'll get potentially,
Pests.
depending on where you live, wildlife in your house.
You
Like
could get
there's
the bowl liquor.
you
You
yeah,
could get the
so
bowl liquor.
you could get a weird little guy under your bed. I would recommend maybe you clean up after your food.
I also was thinking like, oh, maybe it's like the way kids would like sneak vegetables to dogs or something, like
Yeah,
that sort of thing of like behavior they don't
potentially.
want him to do.
Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of lean criminal. Like you're actively in my house hiding under bed. Like that just really crosses a line for me personally.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I would say I think he would go in the scary section for
I'm
me.
That's
between
fair.
criminal and scary personally.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I would be happy with either one of those. Scary feels like it fits my emotions
that's
better.
fair. I would be horrified when my kid
My
was like,
thought,
"There's a monster under the bed." If I was like, "Oh, there
yeah.
is a little guy down there." Oh my gosh.
I think
My
it's
thoughts
yeah,
are
it's a
though,
different kind of scary than because the sheep cold clawed is like
He's outside your
he,
home.
it's
Like
a
he's
little
messing
yeah,
with your property,
freaky,
but it's not in your
but
house.
it's not in your house, exactly.
yeah. To me, it's like licking the bowls under the and hiding under the bed and licking the bowls meant for a cat or a dog, not good. Really
Nope.
bad. I would be scared. But it's also not trying to suckle sheeps
Yeah,
and being unable to because his legs are too stiff. Like that
he
to
can go
me.
to he can go to scary.
Yeah, I think he deserves to go in scary.
Oh, so scary.
Very scary.
Okay, next we have Door Slammer, who comes on the 18th. The seventh was Door Slammer, a sorry vulgar chap. When people in the twilight would take a little nap, he was happy as a lark with the havoc he could wreak, slamming doors and hearing the hinges on them squeak. I wonder if it was supposed to be reek, squeak, but like wreck is the
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be
I
a pronunciation thing, but
yeah. I
because
feel
like visually they rhyme, but
I feel
Yeah.
like I would be very, very mad if I was sleeping
And
and
you slamming the doors in the house on
yeah,
purpose? Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
this one is definitely I think this is more of a criminal thing to me. Because he's like so happy about it.
It's
Like
the
he's
fact he
doing this out
enjoys
of
it.
like
That he
yeah,
gets,
like it's like a sociopath
and I would
who
say
gets
there's
off
enough
of making
studies.
people not sleep.
Yeah. And like there's enough studies on how much not getting enough sleep like truly, truly like genuinely harms you.
True.
That like that's just really mean. Like he wants me to have bad skin. How dare he?
How dare he? I fully agree. I'm like,
Also, the poem describing him as a sorry, vulgar chap, doesn't
Like
go
I'm
well for my
sorry,
bias
you're
against
you're creeping around my house while I sleep? I think not.
you're vulgar.
this is how I'm gonna start saying this about my cat in the morning when he wakes me up.
A
Uh,
sorry, vulgar chap. When
Yes.
people in the twilight would take a little nap.
Yeah.
Also,
I did figure out he's better because he likes to paw at the blinds, and so Braden last night was like, "Oh, I bet he just wants to sit on the windowsill." And so we pulled it up a little bit, and he was fine. He wanted to
yeah,
sit on the windowsill. That was
there
it.
you go.
Tilly
Well, that's
will
good.
step through the blinds.
He's done that before too.
And it's just such an insane thing to do. I'm like, you could go under this if you want.
Path of most resistance has been chosen.
So true. To me, this man is a criminal.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
Do not slam doors. Also, that's like by far one of the like if I'm in a haunted house and I hear a door slam, I'm like, this is an aggressive, like a very aggressive ghost.
It's very scary, yeah.
Yeah.
Like this thing is going to try to kill me. Like that's my like immediate reaction. And
Poltergeist kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah. I dislike. I'm not a fan. Less
Yeah.
whimsy than many of the others.
Do
yeah.
not be the door slammer of your household.
Indeed.
Also, it's just mean. It's not fun or jolly or helpful at all. Like at least the bowl liquor is helpful, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Anyways. Um, okay. Next is Skier Gobbler. Um,
Personal
oh, and
fave.
just in case people don't know what skyr is, it's like yogurt, but it's like a regional to Iceland type of yogurt.
It
Um,
is to regular yogurt what Greek yogurt is to regular yogurt. It's a very protein rich, thick yogurt.
Yep.
It is
yeah.
very good.
Skyr Gobbler the eighth was an awful stupid bloke. He lambasted the skyr tub till the lid on it broke. Then he stood there gobbling, his greed was well known, until about to burst, he would bleat, howl, and groan.
So he'd eat so much he'd have a tummy ache and then he'd whine about it.
Yeah.
Me when we get done because of my Chernobyl pizza.
Um, this one is funny to me.
I
It's a
think he's kind of funny.
like
I think
like
he's kind of funny, but I'm also like, I think it's a shit move to be like,
Eat all
I'm
of
gonna eat
it.
all of the skyr. Like, come on, you
it's
gotta
a
leave
weird
skyr for everybody else.
it's a weird
Also, like,
mix too
sorry,
to
go
like
ahead.
break in and like in the dead of night steal all the yogurt from your fridge. Like what if I wanted that for breakfast?
I like
That's yeah,
the usage of lambast to describe how he just absolutely rips open that container.
I'm imagining rather than like taking off the lid, he more so like just like breaks through the top
yeah,
of it.
Yeah, because it would have probably been like a pot or something. It would have been
Yeah.
like a like lid.
Yeah.
yeah. I also think like I feel like yogurt takes time to make too. So
It
it's like
yeah,
if you're stealing all of it, like
dick move.
It is a bit of a dick move. I think he's funny though.
I do think he's really funny.
Once
I think
again, very
he's a
good
bastard.
Wikipedia entry. Has a great affinity for skier.
Me too, dog.
Yes.
But I don't make it
Yeah.
everybody else's problem.
Yeah. I think he's a bastard.
I would agree.
To steal all of what I potentially plan to eat at a separate time is very rude.
Yeah, it's not very kind.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, now we get into the interesting names.
Uh,
Yes. As if they're not all
I
in.
mean, they're all interesting, but these were the ones when we read them, I was like, excuse me.
Yeah. Next we have arriving on December 20th, the sausage swiper. The ninth was Sausage Swiper, a shifty pilferer. He climbed up to the rafters and raided food from there. Sitting on a crossbeam in soot and in smoke, he fed himself on sausage, fit for gentle folk.
I mean, he's hiding in the rafters to
yeah.
to steal from the ban.
Well, and the thing is like this feels more akin to the yogurt, where he is just fully stealing like quite a lot of your food, as opposed to
Yeah,
like pan scrapers and the bowl scrapers and like those kinds of things where it's like they're trying to eat the leftover like dredges of things. This guy's fully
hmm.
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna take your whole sausage.
And he's
Yeah.
also like sausage that's fit for gentle folk. So you know it's like the high quality sausage you
Fancy
have
Yeah, it's
sausage.
too. So it's
nice.
like I'm sorry, but if somebody's stealing my like prosciutto or something, you know I'm throwing hands. Like
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you are not getting away with my prosciutto.
No, you know how much I had to
I will
pay for
fight.
that?
No kidding.
I
Um, I,
I'm
I
tempted just because of the him it's the hiding thing again, but it's also during the day, which feels
Yeah.
way less creepy than hiding under the bed at night. But I'm a little tempted to put him in scary because what if you were like cooking your sausages in the morning and you look up and there's just a guy
It is
I
waiting?
think that's true.
I will say, from my affinity for climbing on roofs of buildings,
People do not
anytime
like
that
it.
anytime that someone has noticed me on a roof, they like I watch them just break down in their own brain trying to figure out what's happening and freaking out a little bit. And so just like based on that reaction, I have to say I would not like it. Also,
Yeah.
most like homes in the US at least don't tend to have rafters at this point in time. So like did
Hmm.
he just like punch a hole in my ceiling to sit in my ceiling? Either that
Yeah.
or he's got like the spidey like can stick to my ceiling, which is also so much
Ooh.
scarier. So I lean scary.
Well, the other thing is houses, when they had rafters, if you had like a fireplace, is you might have a chimney, but a lot of that smoke's still like getting up to your roof. So
Yeah.
that's why you might have a ti higher roof. And that's also why you would keep sausage up there because it would actually just smoke your sausage for you.
Hmm.
Um,
So seeing him like hiding amongst the smoke would be really off-putting, I think.
yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest. I think he's in the scary for me because I do have that image of like, oh, breakfast time, I'm gonna get the sausage down, and then there's just a man there.
There. Exactly. What a
Yeah,
way to wake up.
off-putting to say the least.
Yeah. Big
Not okay
agree.
with the sausage swiper.
Not okay. Not okay. All right. Now we have my least favorite, if I might say.
So true. Okay, the 10th was Window Peeper, a weird little twit who stepped up to the window and stole a peek through it. And whatever was inside to which his eye was drawn, he most likely attempted to take later on.
So
And he comes on December 11th
so
or
like this is
21st.
full on describing casing and robbing a joint. So like this is a high key actual genuine criminal activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, also not a fan of peeping through windows.
Nope.
That's
Yeah, like I
uh,
get that like in the story it specifies he is looking specifically for stuff to steal, not to just like peek in on and like stalk people, but like still the worst of vibes.
he
I still
is
don't want you looking at me when I don't expect to be looked at.
Yeah.
he's the burglar from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's that's who I'm gonna associate with him.
I I say for me he leans kind of between criminal and do not hold my drink because like anyone peeping through windows absolutely cannot
Yeah.
touch my drink, but like
Oh
this is so
yeah.
clearly outright just active criminal
Yeah,
activity.
I think
I
for me this is criminal activity.
criminal would yeah, I think criminal.
He's a criminal. Also, his little binoculars, get out of there.
I
That's not
know
okay.
that picture specifically,
Yeah.
I was like, you uh-uh. What do
Not a
you think?
peanut.
Oh yeah, we got out of so I'm assuming that these are all courtesy lessons of like don't slam doors, don't steal food, leave, take your share, but don't like be greedy. And
Yep.
then just like swipe or no
Close the
swiping.
blinds.
Or
Uh,
close the blinds. Close the
Close the
blinds
blinds.
is also good.
maybe a little of both, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't steal, also close the windows.
Yeah. Don't let
Mhm.
someone else steal. Be smart,
Yeah,
Put the shopping bags under the seat, not on the seat type of vibe.
fair.
Um, okay. I don't like this one at all.
Oh yeah.
The next one, not a fan of the name. All right. 11th was Door Sniffer, a doltish lad and gross. He never got a cold, yet had a huge sensitive nose. He caught the scent of lace bread while leagues away still, and ran toward it weightless as a wind over dale and hill. Fun, really fun poem though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So,
Which, in case you're wondering, lace bread or leaf bread is also sometimes called snowflake bread. It's a type of traditional bread made in Icelandic countries and specifically originally from Iceland, like northern Iceland. Um, it's like round, flat cakes decorated kind of like snowflakes or like leaves in like geometric patterns and cooked in like fried in tallow or oil. It kind of has the appearance of like a like a pie crust that you like cook on
Yeah.
its own. And it's eaten like during Christmas generally is like the time it's
oh,
eaten.
Like honestly, it does sound delicious. So like,
it
can I
does.
blame him for wanting some?
No, but I can blame him for wanting to steal my lace bread that I made for the
That's
holidays and I'm not
fair.
going to eat again for another year.
It's
Also, Door Sniffer? Like,
I
what?
yeah,
I really dislike that term.
yeah.
The name is bad.
Uh,
Um,
and just like him smelling with like his abnormally large nose, to like then go find it really just gives the what's the brand that uses the like follow your nose for their marketing? Is it like Lucky Charms or something?
Don't know.
Here, let's figure it out. I want to
yeah.
recall.
I don't know that I've ever particularly picked that out of.
I've heard it, yeah, follow your nose or something like that.
I know about it as like a saying of
Oh,
wisdom, I suppose.
it's with the toucan that they have on like
Oh,
Fruit
Fruit
Loops.
Loops.
Yeah.
Oh.
It kind of gives
Oh,
the
yeah,
vibe
never
of
mind.
that.
That makes sense.
Um,
But I
but
think
in a
the
more upsetting
Fruit
way.
Loops toucan is like a fun, jolly,
Yeah,
friendly
and this is a very
character.
different vibe.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
I'm gonna come and steal your Christmas bread. And also I can just okay, I think what it is that I get have you guys seen Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
I have
Most
not.
Silence of
most
the
of it
Lambs.
at least.
The first scene where she goes into the secret, like, super security building and the criminals are harassing her,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, one of them's like, I can smell you. Oh, it's just, I think that's what I get out of this, and it makes
Yeah,
me uncomfortable.
I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm personally leaning towards he cannot hold my drink.
I would agree with that. I don't
'Cause
think he doesn't bother me as like as much as the like as the sheep guy.
yeah,
I
Um,
imagine stumbling upon like I get up in the middle of the night and I like need a drink of water. And I stumble across this guy with a big nose just in my door going, I would lose it. I would actually actively lose my shit. Like
I
I
it
would
would be
agree with
game
that.
over.
mhm. I have to concur.
Yeah.
He cannot hold my drink. He
He
cannot have
no.
my leaf bread.
Yeah, no. Not okay. Not welcomed. Okay. Next we have, I'll just go right into the poem. Meet Hook, the 12th one, his talent would display as soon as he arrived on St. Thorlax Day. He snagged himself a morsel of meat of any sort, although his hook at times was a tiny bit short.
Damn.
And
Roasted.
he comes on the 23rd of December, which is St. Thorlax Day. I don't know who Saint Thorlek is. Um,
I can look.
but he's crazy about meat. In the old days, he would lower a long stick through a chimney and snag a smoked leg of lamb hanging from the rafters. Another rafter guy, come on. Or a
Yeah.
piece of smoked lamb from the pot. In those days, the smoked lamb, which is a traditional Icelandic Christmas fare, was cooked on Saint Thorlak's Day. Um,
He is the patron saint of Iceland.
oh,
Oh,
okay. That
So,
makes sense.
interesting. Um, I will say, man in the rafters, little hook coming down, that'll get you bad.
that'll get you. Similar
I
thoughts
think,
to you. It makes me think of in like the second Chainsaw Massacre movie, which is a lot sillier than the like act the first one, where there's a guy who he's supposed to be one of the like brothers, but he wasn't in the first one, and he's got like a wire coat hanger
Yeah.
uh-huh.
that he uses to like scratch his head and stuff.
Ew.
It's gross.
See, and I would say another tipping point for me is someone being in my house with the meat hook. Like it feels like they've arrived with a weapon a little bit. Like it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Or the the I think it was a spatula, but like the SpongeBob episode, the no slinging slasher,
The hash slinging slasher,
ash slinging slasher. That's it. It also gives me that type of um imagery.
introducing a generation of children to Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Such a good episode, by the way. Top
It
tier.
is yeah, it's never a hook, but for some reason that's the thing that
yeah,
pops into my head.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because it gives very like urban legend, the Hook Man, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go out and make sure everything's okay. And she wakes up and there's a hook on the door and her boyfriend never came back, you know.
It's giving very Scray to me.
I also would agree that
Yeah.
he is quite scary.
He can go with the sausage swiper. That seems
Yeah.
fitting.
Also, most meat is a relatively expensive like food source
Yep.
comparatively to lots of other
Hmm.
things. Like to go to the grocery store and buy like steak or something. Also, I steak is like my favorite food. I would throw hands if someone stole my steak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
true.
lie, it would go rough.
That would be, yeah, that's them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Have to agree there. All right, we have one
Yeah.
more lad, and then Mom,
Yes.
Pop, and
The
Yule
Yule
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah. All right. The 13th was Candlebeggar. 'Twas cold, I believe, if he was not the last of the lot on Christmas Eve. He trailed after the little ones who, like happy sprites, ran about the farm with their fine tallow lights. Um, yeah, so he's the candle beggar. Um, and so uh like I guess the idea is that candles were so rare and like the brightest lights were so rare and that and precious that all the children longed to have their very own candle for Christmas. And then the poor candle beggar, he also wanted a candle. Um,
Notably and vital, in my opinion, to this lore is he wanted to take their candle so that he could eat it because it was made of tallow. He
Because it's
wasn't
made
just
of
like, oh, I
tallow.
want a candle. He went, I will consume that
I
candle.
yes.
will
Thank you.
eat that
Yeah.
candle. Is this a rule about not eating candles, or is it a rule about,
I
being
think it's,
happy with what you receive?
I could also see it partially just being that this is like a precious resource. So, like,
Hmm.
don't be wasteful or unattentive with
Yeah.
Yeah.
candles because fire is like hazardous. Don't leave your candle unattended. Pay attention to it,
It
kind of
is
thing.
kind of interesting though too because my fiance is Swedish and he gets like there's like a Scandinavian candle that he gets that just is almost like an advent calendar where you burn
Yeah.
a little bit every day
Yeah.
until Christmas and it's like 25 days I think. So that
And I
it also makes
do.
me think of that.
I
Yeah.
do wonder too, like it's a very traditional thing around Yule and Christmas and things to leave like a lit candle in windows. Um, partially as like a protection kind of thing to my
Hmm.
understanding. Um, so I could see there being a level two of like these candles are what keep it safe when it's dark out. So like don't
Yeah.
mess with that.
Well,
Hmm.
the other thing to think about too is like Iceland is so dark in the
Yeah.
winter. Like the
Yeah.
days are so short at
Light
this
is
time,
very
so I feel
precious.
like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my thoughts too.
I mean,
Um,
like he's following children and accosting them though. Like that is truly wild behavior.
yeah.
Personally, for the double whammy of stalking children, holding candles, and then eating said candles, I would lean criminal.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
think
for
he's got a
sure.
nice poem, and I think honestly it's maybe a little bit too nice for what he actually does.
I
Yeah.
like the poem. It's a pretty good poem. Especially
It
I love
is.
the imagery of the children being like sprites. I think that's
Yeah.
very cute and like festive and
Got some whimsy to it.
yeah.
Yeah. He's a whimsical criminal.
But then you
Yeah.
think
I
about
guess.
him stalking children and it gets a lot less whimsical real fast.
Yeah.
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 All right. On to mom and dad and
The
The
cat.
cat.
our favorite.
Um, so Gryla is just like egregious. Like full on kidnaps people's children and like cooks them. Um, I mean, one could argue kidnapping is very criminal, but like I would say she's meant to be like very, very scary is like
I
the intention
lean
behind her
that way
story.
too.
Yeah.
I
I think
think
scary is the
Like she's built to be the creepy thing of nightmares that teaches children to stay away from strangers and like follow their parents' recommendations and not be naughty children. Like she is the initial like here's the story we tell you to strike fear into your heart so that you do what I say when I tell you to.
she's the
hmm
blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she leans very classically like evil spirit, evil witch, like yeah.
Yeah.
I she is by all definitions that is like her full intention is to be very
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's here to cause harm. That's her that's her goal in life is to just wreak havoc, cause harm,
Hmm.
have
Yeah.
no regard for others.
Cook, stew.
And I only do one of those things.
Yeah, women only know cook, child stew, steal candle, eat sausage and lie.
Eat sausage and
Uh,
lie.
Ugh.
Like spoon.
Slam doors. Hide in the rafters.
Oh gosh.
Um,
Me when I'm hungry.
Me when I'm hungry, honestly, I cannot lie. I
so
have
Hiding in
our
the rafters and eating the sausage.
our living room has like when you walk into my house, the that I grew up in, the living room and the kitchen and like the dining room are all just like kind of one big space, but in the middle of the area for like, structural support and like integrity of the roof, there is this inset part that is like a closet, but it also has like a primary support wall. And there's a gap between where the closet is and the ceiling, and then there's like the support wall in between. And when I was little, I did used to hide up there sometimes when I played hide and
Yeah.
seek with people, and would just then like wave at my parents while someone wandered around our house looking for me.
It's a really good
I
hiding spot. People are very bad
yeah.
at looking
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it was a good place
I
to hang out.
I didn't quite do that, but the house I grew up in, the bathroom, you would walk in and it was just this little like cubby,
Yep,
basically. And then it was the rest of the bathroom with like but like in between the door and the wall, there wasn't very much space. It was maybe like 4 feet or something. 3.5 maybe. And I would like put my feet on the door and then my back against the wall and like walk up, and then I could like
yeah,
sit above the door and I would just
there
stay
you
there
go.
for a little bit. And I actually like I could just sit there for like a little bit, just bracing myself essentially. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
not a safe, not a safe activity. But I did do
No.
it.
yeah. Um, On to her husband, loser. Um, So here's where I struggle is I lean towards like meh because he seems to be a milk toast kind of man. Um,
Yeah.
but he also like actively aids and abets his wife committing crimes
Yeah.
and just like lets her harm children, which
Yeah. I was having the
is
same train of thought.
quite unforgivable in my opinion.
He's
Yeah.
definitely complicit.
He, as a being, meh. Him like allowing her to continue to do what she does, bastard bare minimum.
I would agree, bastard bare minimum. I don't think he can be on the same tier as her, like
No,
truly.
I couldn't call him scary because he's too afraid of his wife to like step in and like help them and also like doesn't actively help her, so he's like not really part of the disturbingness of like what she is as like a thing of fear either. He just
Yeah.
sucks. Like that's
Also,
yeah.
he's her third husband, which I think is funny. So Gryla
Yeah.
couldn't make it work with the first.
What a wing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
I do love that it specifically says in the poll, their mom and stepdad.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say there's no way this man
Obvious.
has enough get up and at him to have 13 children.
No,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
not at all.
Yeah, that's a
They probably call him by his name. They don't call him dad,
yeah.
What a terrible
which
like
isn't a bad thing if that's just what your preference,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah. Everyone
I
has different family relationships and dynamics and
I do think of one thing though is like the family dynamic where it's like the mom and the deadbeat and her like children and then the deadbeat stepdad who doesn't really do anything but is just
yeah.
lazy.
yeah, I would, I'd lean towards putting him in bastard
Yeah.
personally.
'Cause like truly, truly horrible, like very unforgivable in my opinion, but like he himself is not scary.
Yeah, and he's not
He's
Yeah.
just
really
too
active
complicit.
enough of a threat to be even be put in criminal, you know?
No,
Yeah.
yes, in theory, to like not come forward and say anything is technically a form of like assistance, but like I just you also can't be like compelled to testify against your spouse and stuff. So like bastard for legal reasons.
Bastard. I agree. And then finally, the icon, the moment, the Yule cat.
So like I get that Yule Cat like eats people, but like Also, it's a cat.
Also, it's a cat.
And like, I don't know. I would say like if socks count, like it gives you a very simple way around it.
Yeah, it's not like a super hard bar. I
Like at least the cat implies some level of like consistency. In theory,
Also,
Gryla's looking for like naughty children, but like that's fairly subjective. Have received socks is like a very clear cut thing to me.
yeah.
yeah.
Also, notably, I will say, um, the Yule cat on the Wikipedia page is described as being the pet of Gryla and her sons, and not the
It
stepdad.
wants
Yeah, no.
nothing to do with that stepdad.
Does not
Furthermore,
respect him.
furthermore, the stepdad in his little section says that he lives is said to be living with Gryla in their cave in the lava fields with Big Black Yule Cat. So it's like even the cat is living like with them, not like he
It's
lives
his cat.
with the cat, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
with his cat.
It's like
He's
her, the cat, the stepdad.
Yeah.
hmm I would agree. And like it does specify that it's on a couple sources that it you have to receive the clothing before Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly how gift giving tradition works, but I think
In theory, you're getting small gifts throughout all of Yule in your shoe
yeah.
for like all of these lads. And so,
If one of those isn't socks, then,
yeah,
like, and
Yeah.
I would argue if one of them is a like item of clothing, it's probably like sheep coat clod. Unfortunately, though, because just
yeah.
because like he's with the sheep anyways, like you're gonna get a wool product from him, right? Like
He's gonna bring you
that's what makes
socks.
sense.
And I've got to say, I really don't want my socks from a guy who sucks on sheep.
No.
Sucks
That
for
being
men.
said, a cat is also a cat is an animal. And so, like in theory, this is like a mystical, legendary, cryptid kind of cat. But like generally speaking, I hold animals to less of like a moral standard than
Yeah,
I hold what is a more humanoid being. Like I get that these are kind of
yeah.
like supposed to be kind of evil, like goblin-y type creatures, and so I get that that's like sort of different than a normal human. Unlike witches have like a weird thing of like, do they classify, I guess? But like
Yeah.
arguably an animal is held to a very different morality standard for me than like a human being with like a thought process and the ability to like feel empathy.
Hmm.
I if if so evil, why cat?
Why so friend-shaped?
Why pointy ear?
Why cute little
Um,
floofball. Also,
yeah,
I get the idea that this would be like a really big, like a Norwegian forest cat type vibe.
Yes.
And like that is just the best. Like I love a giant cat.
If
hmm.
you're cold, he's cold. Let him inside. I would invite him to my Christmas party.
I was gonna say I
Yeah,
can come to the Christmas party.
you can come
Why
to the
not?
Christmas party. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just like such a sucker for cats. Like I just love them.
They're the
I
best.
don't listen,
And
just get
like
new clothes is the lesson there. Like,
and like I'm
unfortunately, get a new hat, you know?
Get a
you
new
you
hat.
probably need a new item of clothing in some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. And I gotta say, I'm not like the biggest cat person in the world. I do enjoy cats. I do enjoy most pets. When I go to someone's party, honestly, if I can sit in the corner and pet their animal, I'm gonna be very pleased.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time to do that.
It's really one of the best parts.
Also, like the honor of having a huge cat at your party? Like, come on.
That
Fantastic.
would be very
Like,
cool.
you would be the coolest person in town.
Yeah.
You tell everybody, hey, if you're coming to my party,
Yule
just make
Cat's
sure you get
invited. Better have gotten some socks.
get some
Yep.
socks,
Actually, better
cover
yet,
your
you
bases.
as a person holding the party could just gift socks to everyone you know
That's
beforehand. You
true.
could cut
That's
this
true.
off at the get-go. And
Yeah,
if you
because it's
invite it to your
great.
party, it's too busy interacting with all of these people that have been gifted clothing. It can't be out there eating other people. So really,
It's
you're doing
true.
a service to your community.
Yeah.
I did get gifted pajama pants before Christmas Eve, so I was marked safe from Mule Cat this year.
Brilliant. That's fantastic.
I honestly. Oh, I was gifted some gloves, so some mittens, so I think I would have been safe.
My family doesn't really believe in the sanctity of like surprise Christmas gifts. We really just kind of like give each other stuff whenever, and it may or may not be wrapped. Um, so I don't know for sure if I received a clothing item in advance of Christmas this year, but like it's a very common thing in my household to just be
Yeah.
like, I bought you this for Christmas, but you're gonna like probably use this item. So I get that Christmas is like 3 weeks away, but like you might as well
Yeah.
use it for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think like the I mean it says people who have not received any new clothing to wear before Christmas Eve. So my thoughts are like, could you buy yourself underwear and would that count?
I would say you maybe couldn't for yourself, but again, I think you could just like have your spouse or like your
Yeah.
significant other or like one of your children or like someone coming to the party gift you, and then you can gift everyone else and everyone's set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
if
I
there's
think there's
a
ways to get around it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a
Pretty.
particular lesson other than like maybe like similarly of just like, hey, don't be outside in the dark
I think there's
in the
some of that.
snow.
I think there's a level of caution of like animals. 'Cause like I mean Iceland might not necessarily have this, but I know like for our area, like making sure you're aware of what to do if you like ran into a mountain lion was like a thing. I
Yeah.
mean, we definitely had times that
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, so like
Look big,
our elementary
clap.
school was right next to the college, and the college campus gets all kinds of deer and things like that. And so every once in a while, like a mountain lion would come into town and go to the college campus where like there were a bunch of deer and it was some pretty open spaces with all their landscaping. And so like before we went out to recess in kindergarten, they'd be like, they saw a mountain lion the other day. If you see it, just get big and make lots of noise. And we're like, okay, I guess I'll go down the slide now.
It's
So I think
crazy.
there could be a level of safety there. I also think there could be a level of like, don't complain about the socks that you got as a gift from a Yule lad because, hey, now the Yule cat won't eat you. So don't
Yeah.
whine about
This
your
is
gift.
true. Be grateful for clothes
Yeah.
because notoriously kids are like, clothes.
They're like, oh,
Hmm.
yay, socks. And you're like,
Yeah.
no,
Now you say,
anti-death.
oh, yay, you won't be eaten by the cat.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I could see a lot of different factors there being different lessons.
Should I make my future children believe in the Yule Lads like actually?
That would be
Honestly,
iconic.
I
When
think
they go
it's
to
more fun than
school,
Santa.
yeah, when they go to school and people are like Santa, and they're like, what do you mean Santa? What about the Yule lad?
Yeah. It's like what? He doesn't isn't someone who's gonna come and eat all your yogurt if you're bad.
They're just so
It's
good.
like leaving out stuff for Santa, but I just have to leave an empty skewer container in the kitchen.
Uh,
Hold
And
on, let me finish this yo play before bed.
look, they stole our spoon.
or it's the someone posted a video around Christmas where it's like, I'm on reindeer duty this year and they're just housing a carrot.
Nice. I did definitely do that as a child. I was like, why does Santa get cookies? The reindeers are arguably doing most of the work. They should be getting
True.
snacks.
We did give carrots to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
to the reindeer and then yeah, cookies and milk for
My
Santa.
dad was real thrilled about that one, I do believe.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's carrots.
You try to do something nice for your kids, and then they're like wanting to give you vegetables.
Yeah.
Uh,
The way the world is has gone these days is
yeah.
but yes, this is our ranking. We have no mez because honestly everyone was too weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Do Not Hold My Drink, we have the gl- uh Gu
Goalie glug,
Gully Glot and the Door Sniffer.
Yeah.
In criminal, we have Sheep Clot called, or Sheep Cold Clot, the Door Slammer, Window Peeper, and Candle Stealer, or
candlestick beggar,
Candlebagger.
candle
Yeah.
beggar.
Candle Beggar, sorry.
Yeah.
In Bastard, we have Spoon Licker, Skier Gobbler, and Loser. And in
Uh,
Scary, we have Bowl Licker, Sausage Swiper, Meat Hook, and Gryla. Gryla. We're not entirely sure. And then who is invited to the Christmas party? Why, Pan Scraper or Stubby, Bowl Scrape, or not Bowl Scraper, sorry,
Pot liquor
Pot. Yeah.
or
Pot
pot
Scraper,
Pot
scraper.
scraper.
and the Yule Cat,
Yep.
of course.
This is going to be an interesting party.
It will be.
Yes.
We will not have leftovers. Everyone will have new socks. It sounds like a pretty fucking cool party to I did give you all socks at my birthday party that one time
Oh, this is true.
when we did the summer slasher. So I got you like
Yeah,
the stripy socks. This would be
True.
good.
it would be.
Hmm.
But yeah,
So
Yule
Yeah.
Lads, interesting Icelandic folklore.
it just very much tickled our fancy. So thank you for listening to us talk about them and rank them. I hope you had a good time on this very
And the poems.
and the poems. The poems were excellent on this very festive January 13th.
Uh, we're
But it's
celebrating the
okay.
departure of all the Yule Lads.
We are, yeah.
Yeah. They're all gone by now,
We're in a
Thank
thankfully.
goodness.
post Yule Lad 2026
No
until
one in our rafters.
thank goodness. The only things in my rafters are my hats when they get on top of the cabinets.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about when Braden's cat Cleo stayed with me for a while the first day we had her?
I don't think so.
She was a bit freaked, as to be expected. She got in to like the little gap that exists a lot of the time when you have a dishwasher.
Oh
Oh,
She
no.
got in that
Oh.
gap and we couldn't get her to come out. And so it was like, it's fine. We're not going to run it. She will be okay. She's just going to sit back there and she's going to come out when she's hungry. There's food out for her, you know. I was still freaking out, whatever. My mom goes in the kitchen later. She's trying to, do something. I don't know what. She needed a towel. So she opens the towel drawer. And lo and behold, Cleopatra is sitting in the towel drawer amongst all the towels because she had climbed up through that gap
Oh.
into the cabinet next to it and then up into the drawer.
that's fun.
Oh.
And there is
That's
a
very
picture of
cat
her
behavior.
in the rafters of the basement that was
Nice.
Braden's bedroom in high school, and like eyes are glowing. It's very very fun. So maybe we really had a Yule cat all along.
Yeah,
Mayhaps.
maybe. Yeah. Um, I think honestly, Stubby is my favorite. Besides, I mean, like I love the Yule Cat, but like as far as the
Yeah,
lads
of
go,
the lads, yeah.
of the lads, it's got to be Stubby. I think he's just kind of a fun, jolly guy, and he doesn't seem threatening at all, so I
This
like
is fair.
him.
I like Stubby as like, yeah, he seems super nice and chill for the most part. I think Gear Gobbler is just the funniest name.
Uh,
It's good.
yeah,
It's just
yeah, Skeet Gobbler is my favorite name.
I think it's just funny to imagine him like at the fridge at 3 a.m. going through the cheese, but it's just yogurt. Yogurt to the point of discomfort.
Hmm.
And I have to say, I do think that Sheepcock Claude and the Window Peeper are aggressively my least favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I, for one, I reading the poem for Sheepcoat Clod, I was like, I'm so deeply uncomfortable with this
Yes.
poem, but also
Upsetting.
with
It
the description of this lad. Like,
it's
he's
one
not
thing.
okay.
It's one thing to milk your sheep behind your back. It's another thing to come go straight for the tap.
And
You
then
know
one
what?
one would say that a sheep cannot consent, and that is getting real questionable.
Mm.
Should we just read the poem one more time?
I think
It's
so.
the
Just
first one.
to circle back so you guys
Just
remember.
circle back so you can just because that's the thing is it's going to be running 100 like over and over again 100% through my brain for the next like 12 hours. So
Hmm.
the first of them was Sheepcoat Clod. He came stiff as wood to prey upon the farmer's sheep as far as he could. He wished to suck the ewes, but it was no accident. He couldn't. He had stiff knees, not too convenient.
I have to think that by stiff as wood, they're talking about his legs
His legs,
He
yes.
and
definitely
not
has, yeah,
a third leg.
he has peg legs. That's all. That's yep.
That's it.
His knees are not bending. That's the problem, but
I also
also,
do have to wonder if, like, again, translation may be making this come off much more awkward than it mayhaps is in the original language, potentially.
It is very
yeah.
possible, but with it as it is, he's
So
dislike.
upsetting.
So bad. I feel like it's either that or it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this is gonna be funny because the kids won't get it, but then the adults will laugh about it.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Hmm.
So yeah, those are the Yule lads and their family. Um, Thank you for joining us on Hypothetically Speaking, where we talk
Hmm.
about anything unexplained, unsolved, and unnatural. I don't know where they fit in, but oh boy, they
I would
do.
argue they're unexplained and unnatural primarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unsolved. We never found out if it was they really stole the sausage or
That's fair.
True. They certainly are responsible for unsolved crimes, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that
one
is
would think.
true. That is true. With how many criminals
Yeah.
in the
Some of them
family.
are some of them are criminals, but we were just nice enough to not put them with the real criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's funny that criminal ranks below scary, but honestly, I think the tiers work very, very well.
I would
Hmm.
argue there's a difference between like arbitrarily performing a crime or like doing something that like just feels criminal in nature and
Yeah.
like actually genuinely being nightmarish.
That is true. That is
Hmm.
true. So yeah, I think we made a wonderful tier list. If you would like to do this yourself with your friend group or something, it exists on the tier list maker website. It is wonderful. You have to add your own Yule Cat if you want to rank the
Hmm.
Yule Cat, but it's very easy. As long as I can do links, I have to make sure I'm verified through YouTube or whatever. But as long as I can do links, I will put a link in the description to this one. So if you have any desire to use it with your friends, you can. Or your
Yeah.
family, subject your family to Skier Gobbler.
Yeah.
Uh,
And if you're Icelandic and you grew up with this, you could maybe you already have opinions on this. I don't know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can rank them if you've never done that before.
yeah.
Yeah. Think about your faves.
Rank them based off of which gifts you get from
And
them.
this is true. I
True.
could see certain Yule lads bringing better gifts than others.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know if sausage swiper's given me a sausage snatcher's given me a good gift.
That's what my mom did.
I fear to see what the window peeper will bring me.
Oh yeah.
Probably something they stole from my
True.
siblings.
Yeah. That would be kind of
Hmm.
again on the angle of like parents setting this up, it's that would be kind of fun and funny.
Regifting stuff that's like in your household
Yeah.
would be hilarious for that
It's
one.
like, oh, you didn't put your toys away.
In a weird way, I do
You might
feel
get one of them back.
like obviously much less like folklore, but I feel like Elf on a Shelf almost like
It gives me
carries on
unsettling vibes.
it kind
Yeah.
of carries on the tradition of slightly terrifying Christmas traditions to keep your
Yeah.
children entertained and also frightened.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There was it at Walmart during this Christmas season, ones that were Snoop Dogg themed that were called Snoop on the Stoop.
I think I like that
Interesting.
one more, to
And
be
I
honest.
almost
Yeah.
got one, to
That
be
would have
Yeah.
been
honest with you.
funny. I do feel bad every time I see a video of a child like sobbing because their dog like ate their elf on the shelf.
Oh,
Or when they got baked in the oven.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
oh,
Uh-huh.
It makes me
yeah.
think of the video, and it's I shouldn't laugh, but it's so funny. The girl where she has the little flying fairy ripcord thing, and then it goes right into
Oh,
the fire.
yeah. Yeah, that was a
Oh
rough
God.
watch.
It's so,
Yeah.
it's so terrible, but it's also really funny, and I
It
hope she's a
yeah.
well developed person
Yeah.
at this point.
It gives I would pick out a Christmas ornament every year as like a general tradition. And so I have just a bunch of eclectic ones that are very, very, very wide array, depending on the year. And I had a year that I got like this cupcake, but rather than like hanging from a string like normal, it was like a clip-on thing, and the clip did not work too good, and it fell off the tree and shattered, and I like sobbed, and my dad just went and got me
Oh,
another one.
Aw,
Which is the immediate, like, just got it, puts it on the tree, immediately falls and shatters.
yeah.
that's always when it hurts the most,
Yeah.
Hmm.
when you just got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah. All right.
Well,
I think those are all my thoughts on the Yule Lads. I think we got them all out.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I might have more thoughts later on after some like reflection, but
None to be
we'll
had
see.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, none for now. Other than that, thank you for joining us tonight. I think I already did a little bit of the outro, but um, we will be back sometime. Thank you for joining us for our first episode of 2026. Fashionably late as always. We will be back sometime, and we will see you then. Remember, if there is a not a local cryptid in your area, there is a job opening.
Hmm.
So
This is true.
create some mischief, but maybe don't like peep in windows or slam doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be
It's one thing to
don't
have
be stealing
whimsy,
sausage.
it's another to hide under someone's bed or in their rafters.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good there.
Yeah.